ANGOTIC, Angola ICT FÓRUM 2018.
So firstly, I think I'd like to thank MTTI for hosting this session over the last 3 days, and particularly having the opportunity to talk about mobile money, which is a very important strategy, I believe, for Angola in the future, and also for the very comprehensive description of mobile money in Rwanda, which we can all learn from, of course. Of course, mobile money is talked about a lot, but there's no guarantee that it will succeed. And in fact, most launches of mobile money fail to meet their expectation. So it's very, very critical that when we launch mobile money in Angola, we address those issues that have slowed the implementation of mobile money in other countries, and we learn from the issues and problems that they've had. And I think that we can summarise there's 2 or 3 things that we have to get right. And the first one is, and it was mentioned by my colleague here, is that we have to get the regulation right. And the regulation is a relationship between the financial sector and the telecommunications sector. But to get it right, you've got to get operators bought into this idea of mobile money. Because in the end, the success of mobile money is going to be down to how they motivate and drive their distribution networks, their agents, if you like, to make sure that mobile money is accessible across the whole of the country. Because mobile money won't work for the person living in Cunene if they can't communicate to the person in Luanda, and the person in Cunene, the agent in Cunene, doesn't have the money to be able to pass that money across to the customer from Luanda. So it's very, very important that we get the buy-in from the operators. And that buy-in is not sufficient, because it also needs to create the trust with our customers, because it's going to require a lot of trust to give my hard-earned money, and I don't have much of it, and give it to this person I don't know and hope that it's going to end up where I want it to go. So these 3 factors are very, very important. And what it means is that success of mobile money is firstly not guaranteed, but secondly, it takes time, and we need patience. If we were to launch mobile money tomorrow, it would be 3 years probably before it's seen as being successful. And those 3 years will require the operators, will require the financial, the banks, require the various ministries, Ministry of Finance, the V&A, Ministry of Telecommunications, the operators, their agents, to be totally committed to making mobile money work. When it does work, of course, it has huge benefits. It has benefits in terms of allowing money to flow around the country much more easily. It allows people to pay their bills much more easily. It allows, in some cases, and certainly in Kenya, which is very, very mature, allows people to receive their salary in mobile money. But most transactions in mobile money actually consist of 2 things. Well, firstly, it's person-to-person transfer. So it's me sending money to my grandmother who lives a long way away. And the second major transaction is airtime. It's the money used for topping up credit on our phones. So for me in Angola, we've taken our time, there's no doubt about it, but I think that's an advantage because we can learn from the mistakes of others. We have to be patient when we do implement it, and I'm hoping that within a year or so, we will be launching mobile money in Unitel and hopefully in Movicel, the 2 main operators, and even the future operators in Angola, so we can provide these new financial services to the community.
ANGOTIC, Angola ICT FÓRUM 2018.